as I click this thingamy here. Okay, except, oh, too hot. Too hot. Can't do it. Oh, right then. Just in the chair. Here we go. So I had a very busy week, as did all of you, and I had a very long and convoluted and intense conversation with a client of mine yesterday who got completely blindsided by an event a few weeks ago. Completely blindsided, and the element of surprise was so big that it kind of froze her in her tracks. She's a capable person. She's competent. She's smart. She's very intuitive. She's very positive. She's very supportive, and she basically just turned into a pillar of salt for a few minutes. And well, good morning, Charles. Can you see my new can you see my new look what arrived? Look how proudly it's standing there. And there's a little bracelet around its feet. So just letting everybody know. So thank you. It's much appreciated. And I think it's quite lovely. I think it just sets the right tone. So thank you. And tell Kat, I appreciate it. So this conversation that I had, this conversation that I had with this client of mine was basically reorienting her, was basically about saying, okay, stop doing that. Stop the hyperventilating, put your, give yourself permission. And we and I started to talk slower, and so that she could hear me slower. And we gradually got where she needed to be. We gradually got her back a few steps from the full-on panic, because surprise is is an element, is a function of us protecting ourselves. We don't really know what's happening, so we're kind of waiting. Yes, you did get a flamingo past customs. What? So when I got off the phone with her yesterday, at the end of the call, I said, "Are you feeling better?" She said, "Yes." And I said, "Good. I have to lie down now because I'm exhausted." And she said, "I'm so sorry." No, 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 no. This is I placed the call. I heard the call, the cry, and I placed the call. That's the deal. And I said, so, and it's a huge win for me as well that she's feeling better, of course, because we want people feeling better. The other reason it was a huge win for me is because I saw it as where we all need to be. And I thought, well, how perfect. Here we are. Today is the 14th of December. Tomorrow is the Ides of December. It's the middle of the month. It is the wave is coming to its crest, and pretty soon it's going to get very busy if it hasn't already. And this is a moment. This is the moment in that pause in between between the breaking wave and the surge. It breaks and then it surges, and we have this opportunity to see it, and to see it and hold on to it for a second, and recognize it, and say, right, and then be ready. Right. That's the whole idea. So what I wanted to do today, what I wanted to talk about today in my salmon pink, my traditional salmon pink Christmas look, is I wanted to talk about where we go off the rails. I have a very, very talented friend who's really been pushing and struggling and working hard, and had a kind of a bounce off the wall the other day as well. And I thought, okay, so this is where we're going. So here we are. when it's the middle of the night, or uh, it's the end of a long day, or it's an early morning that we really weren't ready for, and we're staring at something. We're staring at the mirror. Hi, Dan. Good morning. It's nice to see you. And we're staring at the mirror and we're saying, what the heck is going on? What is this all about? What am I even doing here? When is whatever going to give it a rest? What is the point? We have all had those moments, every single one of us, sometimes more often than not. And then we've had those times when we haven't had those moments. We forget those pretty easily because we're busy and we're bouncing and we're happy and we're doing and we're being. And then one of these comes up. And maybe we get really blindsided by something. And we haven't even gotten ourselves back up on our feet, dusted ourselves off, and something else. And it's a very, very easy time to kind of stare at the mirror and say, what's it for? What am I doing? Why? Like how? Because there's no instructions, right? There's no instructions. We don't come with a little booklet, a little booklet with an Allen key. I have this image in my head of the gods saying, let's throw in one of those. That'll confuse everything. And here's the point. We are the messenger. That's our job. We're bringing it. Whatever it is. Mostly it's the love. Mostly it's the togetherness. Mostly we're the glue. Mostly we are the that gets triggered in someone else. That's us. We're the messenger. Valuable job. Powerful job. You know what we're not? I'll tell you what we're not. We're not responsible for what people do with the message when they get it. That's not ours to own. I was in my post today. I said, what people do with it, you know who owns that job? Puppies and kittens. Big fluffy pillows, warm blankets, hot coffee on a cold day. That's over there. That's that responsibility. We're just bringing it. We're just being the one right there when people turn their heads. There we are. That's it. We don't have to do. We don't have to be. We don't have to lean in. We don't have to push ourselves past the point of all exhaustion until we fall down. It's not it. My good friend who's working so hard, I can feel it. It's right there. I sent a message and I said, no, see, it's not right there. It's you. You're it. You're the work. You are the catalyst. All those bits and pieces, yeah, you're allowed to sit down and shut up. Allow those bits and pieces to work their magic, their momentum. Give it a rest. I say to him often, the waves got to go away to come back. They all do. Go stand by the ocean. Tell me I'm wrong. So we're leading into the home stretch. We're rounding the clubhouse turn to arguably the most fraught time of year, the most filled time of year. We all collectively, separately and together, go out of our way to make this a big deal. In mechanic language, there's an expression, do you have all the right tools? Which tool do I need? You need the BF hammer. And any mechanic who is watching this knows exactly what I'm saying. We need sometimes the big, the BF hammer. And you know what we do with it? We give ourselves a good shot just behind one ear, just to get our attention, really. Do you see behind me? Can we see I'm in the way. Here, let me. Okay. Do you see my Thor hammer? You see it right there? That's my BF hammer. It's a rubber hammer. It doesn't weigh anything. So when I hit myself with it, it just goes boof. The meaning, though, is there. Sometimes we need just to tap it loose, just to tap the intelligence loose, boof. We need the BF hammer. And for those of us right now, every year, all the time, without fail, rain, shine, whatnot, we all invest so much in making this particular time of year, from right after what was the last holiday, we start over yearning. We start over needing. Remember my story about the little kid in the summer lined up in front of a Dairy Queen saying, "You don't understand," to his parents. "You don't understand. I need a chocolate ice cream." Yeah, we don't need Christmas. We've convinced ourselves that we do. We don't need Christmas. We are Christmas. I am your Christmas, and you are mine. We are the messengers. That's why my image today on Facebook is 2 fluffy little birds. I love those birds. Every time I look at them, I say to myself, "Oh, look, my relatives." And then I say to myself, that was either way too much or not nearly enough shampoo conditioner. Both of them looking equally surprised. We do not need all the stuff in the moment. We do not need to give all the stuff in the moment. We are the stuff in the moment. Each one of us. And we cannot ever really know how powerful our presence is in other people's lives. We are the presence at Christmas. We are the bringer of joy, the spreader of love, the "it's okay, I got you" in the hard moments. That's who we are. That's why we're here. We're on this training team, and we're allowed to take time off. We're allowed to say, "I need to sit down for a minute and put my feet up." We're allowed to say, "I don't think it's in anyone's best interest today if I slog out of there and do this. I think I need to listen, and give myself a day, an hour, a few minutes, so that I can be ready in a minute." That's what it's for. On Tuesday, I talked about the way we are saying the statement incorrectly. It is not supposed to be "love you more." It is supposed to be "love you more." I'm the messenger. I'm bringing it. You're the one who has to say, oh, thank you. It's just my size and my favorite color. And it already comes with sprinkles. Yes, it does. I'm just the messenger. If you'd like to take it up with HR or the complaint department, write it down. I'll see what I can do. That's what this is for. That's what today is for. That's what the thinking is for. That is what this breath before the final push is for. The point is not how many we bring. It is that we bring. It is that we are. That's everything. And if I hear one of you say, with eyes closed and head shaking this way, oh, I know, but I know you're not listening. I know you want it to be something else, different, bigger, with a band, with tassels, with who knows. The thing is, without us, all that stuff is just stuff. We are the essential glue. We are the messengers. We are bringing it, and we are saying, enjoy. And when people are saying, oh my gosh, thank you, we get to say, you're welcome. Best job ever. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So the story that I want to share right now is it's a feel good. It's a feel good, and I want to see if we can trigger it, because this brilliant friend of mine has done it, has triggered it. I love it. I'm enjoying the living daylights out of it, and it's only day 3, which is it's day 3, right? 1, 2, 3. Yes, day 3. So here's the deal: 12 days of Christmas. Right? Announce something. Make a statement. It doesn't matter what it is. Make an intention. I am. Not, I wish, I don't, I hope, no. I am. I am. Present tense. Single. Simple. State the intention. I am. Asking. I am. Bringing. I am. Doing. I am. Write it down. Say it. Say it in the mirror. Write it down. Read it out loud tonight. Tomorrow, do it again. Same one? Sure. Different one? Sure. Don't get complicated. Don't get fussy. Don't ask for 6. Just say, I am. One thing. Take your time. You can't get it wrong. You can have a different one tomorrow. I am. Not I need to be, I have to go. Oh, if only I. No. Present tense. I am. Fill in the blank. Do it for 12 days. 12 days of Christmas. Be your messenger. Okay, I'll check in with you on it. It's really funny when this brilliant, so brilliant, laid out the idea, and I looked at it and I thought, oh my God. I remember the first time this conversation happened. It's 4 years ago. I remember it like it was 4 seconds ago. And I remember looking at that statement thinking, I'm in. And I wrote it down. And all of a sudden, there it was again in writing on a screen. And I said, yep, yep, son of a gun. So I'm going to tell you the story. It's really cool. It's really crazy. It's really strange. It's really a little kind of awe-worthy. So those years ago, when this brilliant woman explained this idea, she said, it's not so much a vision board. Just say, I am, and then fill in the rest of the sentence. So I wrote, I am living in the space that supports my work. That was it. I said it every day. One day I went online and I Googled, and I chose some keywords that are pretty cool because they, they're part of my journey, my childhood, my story. Right? I chose waterfront. I chose beach. I chose blue skies. I chose rolling hills. I chose peaceful, serenity, big windows. I chose words that described this space to me. And those are my keywords. I Googled. And nothing. A few days later, I did it again. I mean, it's not like I'm on this mission. I'm just doing it randomly. Oh yeah, I wonder what happens if I do it today. Did it today. And did it. And then all of a sudden, one day, a piece of property popped up that I hadn't noticed before. It might have been there all the time. I don't know. And so I clicked on it, and it was this extraordinary property, unbelievable, worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. And then at the time, I had about $11.48. So that wasn't about the money. It wasn't, oh gosh, if I could just tap into the rest of those millions that I need, then I'm golden. However, there it was. There was a tangible illustration of the words that I'd been using. And I thought, oh, well, isn't that interesting? Isn't that fascinating? Rock the salmon look is about looking for, well, thank you, Freddie. That's very sweet. Happy holidays. Thank you, Freddie. Same to you. Thank you, Freddie. So I went looking for it. And I found there was, 80-something photographs. And it was truly spectacular, extraordinary, just breathtaking. And I thought, yep, there it would be. There's the absolute ideal location. This is my headquarters, without question. Thank you. Let's make it happen. And again, I'm not saying that I went on this mission. I'm not saying that I was chasing a grail of any kind. I simply did the thing that this brilliant woman had said. Just say it. Say what you want. Say what you are. Honor it. So I did. And I had not thought about this until I saw her post on the 12th. And I thought, oh, yes. Oh, yes. What a wonderful, wonderful circling back. Thank you. And so here's the thing. Here is the extraordinary thing that hit me, not for the first time on Tuesday. However, it hit me with the same lovely force as it had the first time. In this last year, in this last journey, this last path of support and love and messengering and completing tasks and checking boxes and honoring commitments, a day came in February, very, very soon after Dave crossed his threshold. When a legal person said, you have to move. You cannot stay where you are. It can cause a legal problem that could ruin everything for you. You have to move. And I stared and said, where am I supposed to move? Not my problem. When am I supposed to do that? As soon as possible. And like my friend, my client, blindsided by the not only the surprise, the size of the surprise, I went home. Got out of the car, parked the car, went in the house, sat down, waited for inspiration, picked up the phone, called my friend. Help. Google stuff. See what we can come up with. Book a tour. Let's find some places to look at. I'm there for you. Okay. Hung up. Sat there. Googled. Picture came up. First picture that came up, this building. Never saw the building before in my life. They hadn't started building it when I left Ottawa. It didn't exist. I'm staring at a fully formed building I have never seen in my entire life in my hometown. And I said, So I looked at the pictures and I thought, well, that's quite wonderful. Booked an appointment, called Carol. See you tomorrow. Drove in, parked the car. Two of us are standing there looking at this building. Walked in the front door. Unbelievably beautiful. Two of us are standing there, gobsmacked. Like between us, we have an IQ. And I said, the apartment has got to be really awful to not work. And she said, clearly. We met the person who took us on the tour. We walked in the suite. I stood there. And the woman said, here's this and this and this and this. And I walked around staring at everything. Carol came with me. We needed to stand next to each other because we were only sharing that one IQ. And I went downstairs and I signed a piece of paper. Welcome home. We went and had lunch. And I said, what the hell just happened? She said, I have no idea. And I said, I can't drive just yet. I'm a little, she said, I know. So we ate. And then, coffee later. Ready? Yeah. Okay. So I drove back and I started packing. I called somebody. I said, I need help with a move. She said, oh, I have somebody. They called me. Hi, when do you need me? And everything unfolded like they'd all just been waiting for me to show up. That it was already all there, all lined up. The only person missing in the conversation was me. The minute I showed up, everything began to proceed. Surreal. A surreal series of positives in the wake of a surreal series of impossibles. Completely as big on one side as the other. Overwhelming in trying to figure out what to do with all this input. Unbelievable. So just keep taking one step forward. Take another step forward. Take another step forward. I was here for, a very few days. I still had 1,147 boxes to unpack. I had slept in my bed. Best bed ever. I still had many, many trips to take and make, and many, many people to see, and forms to sign, and hoops to jump through. However, I was here. And one day I was sitting at my desk, exactly here, and it hit me You could almost hear little angels going, ah. Where I am is an exact, perfect miniature of every single detail I saw in the pictures of that lavish multi-million-dollar estate. Everything here, everything. There is not a single element in this space that is not a representation of that vision, that is not a representation of that ask. It's here. It's all here. It has been here waiting for me to notice it. And on the day when I did notice it, I just sat here and said, thank you. Well done. Thank you. And when I explained this to my client yesterday, and I said, you're going through a lot, don't lose sight of the fact that this thing you're going through is not a wall. It is not a hurdle. It is a momentum, and it's carrying you. Do not lose sight of that. Do not lose sight of the fact that it is a gift to us when we are given a momentum to ride rather than walking it on our own steam. It may not feel like a gift in the moment. It is. We have to simply believe that what we asked for, we are receiving. We are the messenger. There is no question about that. So, the thing that I asked for in my second day of my Write Your Ask, the thing I asked for yesterday was a champion. I wrote it down. I said, I have a champion. I have a champion whose support, whose belief, whose power has always been there for me. Show me. And I went to sleep that night, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and I realized I knew who it was. And I realized I was correct. My champion had always been there for as long as I can remember. And I said, thank you for the reminder. I need to send a note of thanks. That will be my next. So the reason I'm telling you this is that we're allowed to have wishes. We're allowed to state our intentions. The thing that is so important that we deserve to be reminded of this. We are not hostages. We are not victims. We are not helpless. The ask that we are making is not from a place of weakness. It's an invitation to join us, to come closer, to stand with us, to raise the glass, to celebrate, to do it together. That's what the ask is for. Come on in out of the rain. And by the way, have I ever said how much you mean to me? We are the messengers. All of us. All we have to do is love us more. All we have to do is choose us. That's it. That's the whole deal. Are we okay with that today? I hope so. I was really, when I woke up this morning, I thought, maybe I'm ready to go out. And then I looked at the temperature and I said, funny girl. Minus what? You're there. So it'll be tomorrow that I go out. It'll be tomorrow that I put my little head out the window and say, is it safe? Is it warmer? And in the meantime, I'm going to rock my traditional Christmas salmon look here. And I'm going to have my coffee and I'm going to have my juice. And I'm going to think amazing thoughts about every single one of you, because you make my day every day. You are my messengers. And I hope you know that. I hope you know that. I will see you on Tuesday. Going to a doctor's appointment. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Charles. I will. Same to you and Kat. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up. Be good to you. We got an entire half month yet. Take it slow. Take it easy. We'll get there. No spinning for you. All right? Just breathe in the magic of the day. Breathe in the love. All right? And remember to hug your loved ones. They so deserve it. And I will catch you next time. Thank you for watching. Mm-hmm.